Right, I'm back at ya, looking like a hobo still, loving it. Okay, so, lots of people enjoyed that Laverne and Shirley video I did on Facebook, which is scary because it means there are other people like me. I noticed two things. Number one, my voice and the video are not in sync. I don't know how to fix that. So if you know how to fix that, tell me. No big. I would love to fix it. I'm using the microphone and the camera on my computer, so if you have any tips, whatever, just let me know. Okay, number two, I talk really fast. I guess all the theater teachers were right when they were like, slow down, Ashley. Okay, fine, whatever, but I do. I talk fast. So, with that said, I think that what I want to do is do sort of a general overview of a show, and of course that show is, can you hear it? It's very low. Schlemiel, schlimazel, classicfilmbroad. We're gonna do it. Okay, yeah, you know what it is. It's Laverne and Shirley. Well, first I just kind of want to talk a little about the opening credits. Alright, so they say Schlemiel, schlimazel, classicfilmbroad Incorporated. Everybody's like, what? What'd they say? I don't know. Okay, and then they make up words and say things like Schlemiel, schmazel. What is that? That's not even a word. Okay, so the Schlemiel, schlimazel thing apparently came from Penny Marshall's childhood. I don't know if her and Ronnie did this up and down the sidewalk or what, but apparently that was just a little rhyme that they made up as children. So I guess she just looked at Cindy and was like, let's do the thing. So there they went. Okay. Do you remember during the first season they have the opening credits and it says Laverne and Shirley, and it also says DeFazio and Feeney? What was that all about? Was that important? I don't understand. Okay, I mean, yeah, last names are important, I get it, but opening credits? And does that mean we call it by a different name? Laverne DeFazio and Shirley Feeney? That's the show? Cool. Alrighty. Now, let's talk about a few other things. First off, Shirley steals a beer from the line. This is the most un-Shirley Feeney-like behavior I have ever witnessed. If Laverne had stolen it, I'd have been like, yeah, girl, I get it. No, it was Shirley. Okay, number two. Why is Laverne in the closet? Nothing? Okay, moving on. Shirley and the bats at the door, which was kind of a running gag in the first season, but then she almost, like, smacks Betty Garrett in the face with it in the opening. Yes, Betty Garrett, MGM star, you're gonna bash her in the face? I don't think so. Cindy Williams, calm down. Okay, then, I've never understood why Laverne blows in the glove. I keep looking over here because I have notes. Laverne blows in that glove. You know, she takes the glove off and... Alright. What's that about? I don't... What did blowing in the glove do? Did it make it pop out? I don't know. And then they're daydreaming on the line. That's how you get a batch of cutters. 10 points to you if you understood that reference. A batch of cutters. Okay, now. I discussed earlier that ring that Penny Marshall wears on her middle finger. I'm trying to demonstrate where my middle finger is in case you don't know what that is. Okay, so she has this ring that she's worn since the first season as far as I can remember. And this little necklace, it's got a little plate thing on it. Alright, what's that all about? Ooh, hair, killing me. Alright, so that's a little confusing. Penny Marshall, if you're out there, if you're watching, I know you're not, but tell me, what's going on with that? One thing I have always loved about Laverne and Shirley is that they wear the same clothes all the time. They reuse outfits just like normal people. They're not like, on all these other shows where they have a new outfit every episode. No. Laverne and Shirley are real people. Therefore, they wear the same clothing over and over. Laverne and that white 3/4 length sweater with the matching skirt that she wore in that first episode of Happy Days. Okay, how many more times does that show up? When she thinks she's pregnant, there's an awkward episode for you. Robot lawsuit? All the time. All the time. Shirley has that black dress that she wore in that first episode of Happy Days. That shows up again. It shows up again when Ron Howard comes back. Poor Ron Howard. Poor Richie. He probably thought, oh, I feel sorry for her. She's poor. She only has one dress. Okay. So, I think that's interesting. Another thing I think is interesting is the fact that Penny Marshall's baby picture is on the wall of the apartment. Way to go, Marshall family. Way to go. I also enjoy the hair revolution of Laverne and Shirley. Now, none of the guys really have one, okay? It's just Laverne and Shirley. So, they start out in season 1, and Cindy's hair is dark and relatively short toward the end of the season, and Penny's hair is much darker than it ever is again. But then second season, all of a sudden, Laverne's a blonde. Whoa! And Shirley's got reddish going on. And I mean, there's this constant evolution. Like by season, I think it's 4, Cindy's hair is really, really short and really, really dark again. But by the time they get to California, we'll talk about that in a moment. She's got this red thing going on, and it's long, and Penny's gets shorter, and then it kind of grows, and then it went into, I will say this, season 6, not a fan of California. Penny's hair, looking good. Now, by the end of the series, her hair looked stupid. I'm just gonna say it. But their hair revolution has always been really interesting, especially the episodes where Shirley rocks that little bow. Who thought that up? I don't know. Okay. Another thing. Songs. I love the songs of Laverne and Shirley. Most of them written by Michael McKean and David L. Lander, which I'm completely okay with. They are so funny, and you cannot get past them. Star-Crossed, Night After Night, The Look, what's not to love? But then you've got these other things like Abba Dabba Honeymoon, which the girls do on roller skates. You've got the Harry Belafonte, Down the Way Where the Nights Are Gay. You've got, oh my goodness, the Fourth Shots talent show where they do the Mr. History and We Are the Revolution, the Revolutionary. We killed them. You know what I'm talking about. And there's Golda Meir jumpsuits. Beautiful. You've got, gosh, what else? Oh, they did Do Ron Ron. They had an album. All right, raise your hand. Can you see my hand? Can you see it? Oh, it's going to cover my face. That's okay. If you have had the Laverne and Shirley Sing album, I have. I have 2 of them, and I have the CD. Can we say nerd? Yes, we can. Okay, so I just love all of their songs. They're so catchy. Jolly Fat Man. I still know the choreography to Winter Wonderland. Yeah, memorized it. Probably could still do it. I'm maybe proud of that or ashamed. I'm not sure. They're very similar feelings to me. Last but not least, I want to discuss California. Why? Ratings slipping? Then write better episodes. Don't move to California because that defeats the entire point of Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley are not actresses. This is not an episode of I Love Lucy. They bottle beer. Shots beer, to be exact. We should not have done this to them. We should not have done this to them. Okay, sure, there are a few episodes I like. I'm gonna admit it. But Sunny? Rhonda? No. Sorry to Leslie Easterbrook and, oh my gosh, can't think of your name. Ed Marinero. There we go. Sorry. No. Cowboy Bill? I like how on the biography of Laverne and Shirley they called it Cowboy Bob. Did we research this? Did someone tell them? Where's Gary Marshall? Where is Gary Marshall to say what is this Cowboy Bob's nonsense? I don't know. So I just still do not understand. And then they marry Shirley off to Walter Meany. I'm bitter. It's, how many years after the fact? Almost 30? I'm still mad about it? Yeah, I'm mad. And I'm not going to take it anymore. Reunion movie. That's right. 2 words, some syllables. Reunion movie. Oh, hand came off the screen. Let's use this one. Reunion movie. Do it. Please. We know she's divorced. We watched the special where they're both divorced like a trillion times. Shirley needs to marry Carmine. Do that for us. You gypped us all out of it X amount of years ago. I'm bad at math. Do this for us. Walter Meany, what was that? You know America was like, who is Walter Meany? And then they were like, oh, Cindy Williams is pregnant. That's what happened. And then we still have the audacity to call the show Laverne and Shirley when there's no Shirley. Nope, it's just Laverne. There's not even really a Lenny. We could call it Laverne and Squiggy if you want. Laverne and Shirley? Getting heated just thinking about it. Pontificate that one. Gary Marshall, let's make this movie happen, okay?